It's July, and what says July better than fireworks, flags, and fairs? I'm Joyce Riney with the Daviess County Master Gardeners, and I'm here to talk to you today about possibly entering an item in the Daviess County Fair. If you're thinking about entering the fair, you might want to take a look at the two publications that are put out at the extension. One of those publications is the FCS Adult Division of the fair, and you can see here it talks about baked goods, sewing, canning, and photography, and it has specifics in there about that. If you're entering and interested in crop divisions, any kind of farm crops or fruits, also flowers, herbs, flower arrangements, and potted plants, so this is the publication you might want to have. And it's going to tell you in there specific information that will help you decide how to enter your items at the fair. If you want to enter items this year at the fair, you will come on Tuesday, July 15th, 2025, and bring your items, and when you arrive, you will check in at the head table. They will give you a number for your entries, and then you will proceed down the line where the Master Gardeners are sitting, and they will enter your product for you for the fair. What you need to know ahead of time is how many of the particular items you need. For instance, if you are going to have blueberries or blackberries, the brochure will tell you you need 1 cup full. That's the measurement. You have to have that many to enter. If you're going to enter something like cabbage, the largest head of cabbage, you of course only need 1 head of cabbage. And it goes on down the line, how many corn, how many green beans, or how many whatever item you want to enter. But you do need to follow that, because when we check you in, if you don't have the proper amount, we cannot accept that. If you have too many, you could take some away, but if you don't have enough, we're stuck. Okay? Another thing that is listed in the brochure will be flowers. And when you look at the flower list, there are a lot of different kinds of flowers. For instance, there are coxcomb or celiosa, which we talk about, dahlias, gladiolas, marigolds, roses, blue salvia, lots of different kinds of flowers. But it will specify on here how many stems you need to have. And it will also talk about whether or not it's like a large flower or a smaller flower. So you have to specify what category you're entering and when you bring your items. It also has herbs on the list, and some of the more popular ones like green basil or lavender, and it'll tell you how many stems you have to have on that. So this is an invaluable tool. You really need a copy of this if you're going to enter something at the fair. You can get this at the Daviess County Extension Office. They're free. You just stop by the front desk and they can provide you with a copy. There are a few kind of uncanny items on here. When you're entering your vegetables and so on, it might say something about the silliest looking or the funkiest looking or whatever kind of vegetable. So if you have a pepper and it has a growth like sticking out, it's got a sharp nose where it formed funny, and you think it's unusual and you would like to enter it in that category of most unusual vegetable, it's an interesting and fun kind of category. You might want to enter that, and with that, of course, you only need 1 item. There are a couple of other things in here that you might find of interest. For instance, if you want to do a flower arrangement, there's a large flower arrangement and a smaller one. And you need to know the height restrictions for large or small, and they'll be on here. There's also some categories for sunflowers, roses, in arrangements, and then there's also a category called potted plants. So if you have some succulents, or if you have just a regular house plant or an African violet you want to enter, you can also enter in that category. I'm thinking about flowers a lot. As you can see behind me, I'm kind of surrounded by flowers. I've never entered anything myself in the Daviess County Fair. Some of my friends have and have won some nice prizes. So I'm thinking about entering this year. I hope you'll consider it. And remember, all you need is a brochure from the Extension Office, and that'll get you started. Hope to see you on Tuesday night.